And I'm Alan Dale from Gale Force Winds. What a great time I'm having here on day 2. What we have here is the National Association of Career Colleges have decided to join forces with the Career Colleges of Ontario, bringing everybody together to share ideas, best practices, and even look at some pitfalls along the way and how not to repeat those things. It's a great collaborative approach that we're seeing here. The conversations are robust, they're exciting, people are willing to share, and this is such an exciting space to be in. When we're educating Canadians, it's an unbelievable thing to see it all play out in front of me here. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell us what you do?
Well, by all means, I'm Vasco Alcantara. I'm Director of Engagement and Partnerships for Placement Pass by Paramed.
Okay, tell me what that is.
Well, Placement Pass is actually an online portal that allows students to upload their documents for clearance, like their vaccination requirements, non-medical requirements, and our parent company and our team, which is powered by Chief Medical Officer, Chief Nursing Executive, and 2,000 nurses, we clear those students to the highest standards with complete compliance to what the requirements are in each individual province and at the federal level, and we assume all the risk from the college.
Wow. So you take that piece off the college's plate, right?
All the administrative costs, all the risk, all the compliance, anything like that, we take all of that off of them, and the best part of it is we don't even charge the school for it.
Is that right? So how does that work?
The student pays for the actual service. It's a flat rate service. We get the student to pay for it. We hold the documents by law for 7 years, so it ends up costing the student less than $7 a year on average for us to keep their documents safe and secure.
Right. Well, that's great. I mean, taking the administrative burden off the students and even off the colleges it was such a fantastic approach just to make things run smoothly. Does every student require this?
No, usually it's students that have a clearance requirement, like a placement required, so personal support workers, early childhood educators, social services employees, anything like that. Right. Any student that requires a clearance of some type, we can take that right off the school's list.
And of course, this is right across Canada?
Anywhere in Canada, and hopefully we're looking to expand globally, but right now we target Canadian schools.
Right, and are you having good uptake? Are the schools?
There's a lot of very good conversations that are going on. Right. We have a lot of existing clients. We deal with universities, with colleges, both private sector and public. Will help anybody with their needs. Yeah. And being backed by Canada's largest long-term care and home care provider, we have the resources to assist anybody anywhere in Canada.
You know, if they don't, buy into this service, how burdensome is it for the student or the college?
Well, it usually takes a college or a university, on average, about 30 to 45 minutes to clear a student. Okay. Which means that you're looking at, you've got to pay that staff, you've got to pay for the ability to store those documents. You have to buy filing cabinets, you have to have a secure server room or a secure area to put everything. We can clear a student in less than 10 minutes. We take the burden off the school. The only thing that you have to store is what we call a clearance status certificate. And with the approval of NACC for all of their programs, that is all that is required for the school to store. And it doesn't have any private health information on it. Right. So it's not in violation of any PIPA Act or anything that, if somebody looks at it accidentally, it's a problem. In this case, there's nothing in it that is private or confidential. So we assume that risk. We get all of that burden, that administrative cost, the cost of paying somebody to watch for it, chasing students. We do all of that for the college for no dollar, not a value. There's no money.
And you say 30 to 40 minutes clearance. It doesn't sound like much, but if you've got a big intake of
1,000
students,
students?
Yeah, exactly.
The cost of getting into, if you have to hire staff, let's just say you've got 1,000 students graduating out of a wide variety of programs. Your cost could run up to, $35,000 to $50,000 to clear those students. Yeah. If you could do the exact same thing, not have to burden your staff or your team, you could just focus on educating the students to the highest level possible without having to worry about all the peripherals. It's priceless. But in this case, there is a cost involved.
Sure.
We pull all of that cost off of the school, and the student isn't overly burdened with a huge cost.
Right.
It's a simple flat rate fee. They can ask our nurses any questions that they want. They onboard, they securely store their documents. It's never an issue for the student.
So what are you hoping to get out of the conference here? You've got quite a number of schools here, and of course the associations, national and provincial levels are all here. What are you hoping to get out of this?
Well, ideally, we really want the schools to know what we do and how we do it, because we understand the educational landscape has changed dramatically with some changes to international students, to number of domestic students attending. So there's always a little bit of a financial burden on the schools, and there's also a financial burden on the students. So if we're able to alleviate what the colleges have to pay and what the students have to pay to become clear and go on and become, go into those industries that we're really, really short of, whatever we can do to help, that's huge for us. So attending these events and partnering with NACC, and we've had great conversations with CCO about a partnership there. What we want them to know is we're here when the time comes that you need us, and the time will come.
Right.
Just give us a call. We'll be happy to get you started on this process and save you as much money as possible.
And a proven track record, right? You've done it with others, so
15
you can do it.
years,
Right,
and
so-
our parent company, Extendicare, has been in business for a long, long time.
Right.
So if the worry is, they're a fly-by-night company, no, we've got 31,000 employees.
Yeah.
I've got 2,000 nurses ready to assist. It's that unique situation that we can sit there and say, we're not going to be gone tomorrow. We have too much of a vested interest in having the colleges graduate students as quickly as possible to put them into the labor market that, Extendicare itself is short-staffed. Whatever we can help the colleges move forward with, that's what we want to do. And, the federal government's new pharmacare program, the new dental care program, that's going to dump another 4 to 7 million Canadians into an already overtaxed system that if the colleges can ramp up and get this done at the least possible cost in administration, and we can help, that's the one route we want to take.
Well, I tell you, it sounds like quite a resource-friendly offering, both in time and in money. So I wish you best of luck in the conference, and thanks for explaining all that to us.
Oh, it's our pleasure. And like I said, if there's anything that I missed, please, anybody can just reach out, ask the questions. We'll be more than happy to explain how we do it and how it can really impact them, the colleges and the students.
That's a Gale Force win right there. Thank you very much.
Thank you.